On June 14th, we have a full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. This is very special for two different reasons. Let's get into it. Reason number one, this is the first Sagittarius lunation that is not an eclipse since 2019. So while we're in eclipses, there's just rapid fire change and just wildfire realizations, and so much is happening that it's really hard to metabolize fully while we're in it. So this full moon will be very helpful for bringing in big picture perspectives on everything that has shifted and developed and changed in the Sagittarius sector of our chart in the last few years. So look forward to that full moon for that. The second reason why this is a very big deal, full moon in Sag, is because it's the first full moon that is ruled by Jupiter in Aries. Jupiter entered Aries on May 10th. So this is our first lunation that really just answers to Jupiter in Aries. And if you want more information on Jupiter in Aries, I have a lengthy article detailing it on my website. Some of the things I forecasted in it are already coming true in a very big way, as well as the video that I did on YouTube for Jupiter in Aries. So be sure to check one or both of those out for more information. But we can expect some of the themes that have come out already with Jupiter in Aries to really be focalized and illuminated and made into a very big deal around this time. So a couple big things on my mind here are, of course, women's rights, with having medical freedom to get abortions when necessary, and also gun control and gun reform and access to guns and the legality of certain types of weapons. Since Jupiter entered Aries, we've seen there's been like dozens of mass shootings, actually, which is insane to say since it hasn't even been a month. But particularly, there was a really I want to say racist attack in Buffalo, god awful. And then there was the just traumatic and tragedy of, they all are, but what happened in Texas at the elementary school. And so we here in the United States are faced with a critical conversation of the role and access of weapons in our society. And it's a very divisive issue. We're seeing, some pretty extreme measures right now. They're talking about arming teachers with guns. That is just appalling to me. I don't think we should have more weapons in schools at all. But these are big topics that we are going to be talking about on a mass level especially around this full moon, especially as we build toward this full moon. And I'm recording this at the beginning of June, and it's already a really big issue. So we'll see how that pans out almost 2 weeks from now, but I expect it to be a very big deal at that time. So another element with this full moon that's important is that there's a square to Neptune. And Jupiter and Neptune, when they get together, they tend to balloon the energy. So whatever it is, we may not even have all the information, but it's becoming a very big deal. People are getting really hyped up about it. People have very big opinions on it. And we may not even have all the facts at this point. On one level, Jupiter combining with Neptune, this can be encouragement. It can be a really go for it kind of energy. Again, Jupiter in Aries has its positive qualities too, where it can really inspire us to take a big, bold, courageous leap in our life. So look to where Aries house is in your chart to see what's being energized at this time, especially with Mars there right now. So yeah, this can be sort of a hyping ourselves up sort of energy, a getting excited about a vision, really sort of letting it run away with us. So that can be for better or for worse, right? Letting the vision run away with us, whether we're getting inspired and excited about something or whether we're feeling overwhelmed and scared and disappointed about the state of the world. Maybe a little bit of both, to be honest. It's a mutable sign, so we can totally have both. Luckily, we do have a stabilizing sextile to Saturn going on right now from this from this full moon, which helps ground us, because as I mentioned, the Jupiter-Neptune energy tends to run away with us. It tends to be very ungrounding, but it's like off in the distance, that Sagittarius Archer type thing. Saturn helps ground us. It kind of creates a container for the vision. It helps kind of remind us what our purpose is and our why, that we are getting excited about or amped up about, whatever it may be. So that will be really helpful there. But yeah, so that's a little bit about the full moon. The last thing I just wanted to say about that is it's like the Archer, going back to the Archer theme, the Sagittarius theme of the Archer taking aim at something all the way over there. And Jupiter in Aries is saying, pull that damn arrow, like shoot it, hit your target, go on that adventure. Sagittarius season arrives during Gemini season, where we're curious, we're inquisitive, we're allowing ourselves to be, open to new information. But the Sagittarius full moon says, yeah, but what do you want to understand? What do you want to know? What do you want to feel confident in your knowledge about? So that may inspire us in the direction that we're headed. But anyways, that's a little bit about this full moon in Sagittarius, and I hope it's illuminating and empowering for you. And I hope it's a good one for all of us. But that said, that is our Sagittarius full moon astrology shot of the day, and I will catch you next time. Bye. So much for tuning in with me today. If you're seeking more support in your astrological journey, be sure to check out my latest offering, Moonrise. It's a monthly astrological meetup centered around chart interpretation and synthesis. It's a place where you get to apply some of those techniques that you learned in class or in books and share this space. It's conversational, it's casual, it's a place where you get to connect with other astrologers, share the language of astrology, learn from myself and others. And for more information about that, you can check out details on my website. Talk to you soon. Bye.